Hey ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys having an awesome day and welcome to the another client's interview. So today I'm going to be having conversation with Islam who got the job offer from Schneider Electronics as a procurement internship, and we managed to help him to get his dream job, internship within 20 days without any experience. And in this video he's gonna be actually sharing every each and every experience he had working with us, and most importantly how we managed helped him to get his dream job here in Poland under 20 days without any experience. And by the time actually when he was actually working with us, when he got the job offer, that time he was 20 years old. And just watch the video till the end and let me know your thoughts. And if you wanted to work with me, just drop me a DM on LinkedIn, and you're gonna be the second, you're gonna be the next client, the successful client that I work with. So stick to the video, watch till the end, and let me know your thoughts. Yeah, Islambek, thank you so much for taking the time and hopping on a call today with me. For those who don't know you, can you give us a couple of introduction about yourself? Who are you? Where are you from? And how long you've been in Poland? And most importantly, what kind of job you got the offer from, and from which company?
Well, first of all, thank you, Aziz, for the invitation for this call, for the opportunity to share some feedbacks, insights to other people who are, really want to land their job. I'm 21 years old. I'm studying in the University of Warsaw, the last year undergraduate, and at the same time, currently I'm having an internship in the Schneider Electric company in the procurement operations position. So yeah.
That's good. Actually, I remember when we used, how long it took you to get the job offer?
Well, but actually it was very, I was surprised, to be honest, by if I counted that time, like how many days I spent for the applying jobs, for the interview stage, and waiting for the offer. And it took me like around 20 days, which is, really surprising because, yeah, it's very rare. Actually, it's a very long process because somebody uh, may say that, you know, I can do like in 15 days, 20 days, but trust me, it's like, it's very rare. So you should focus on more, let's say, on a long term run. Just, do not to give up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously you are the outlier in the people who I work with. Actually, I would say the fastest person who who got the job offer from the well-known company actually. And yeah, I mean it depends on the timing and the little bit of luck and positioning yourself too. I mean, as you said, you have to focus on the long game. I mean, the expecting that it's gonna take longer than you think. And of course, yeah, sometimes you never know. I mean, the one job application actually helps you, basically gets you to get the job offer. Lovely. Walk me through the process of you trying to land a job before joining Capital Career Club. I mean, what were the obstacles you're facing?
Well, before joining your school, actually, it was really, for me, it was really boring, to be honest. Like, when I was doing by myself, I was watching some videos in YouTube. But anyway, I didn't have a structure, proper view of this process. Because, first of all, you need, as you, mentioning in the first lesson, like to find a really, let's say, appropriate spot for yourself. I didn't know about that because, I was doing I created a CV, for example, for the finance. I want to work in finance or supply chain. And I applied with this CV to the customer service, to, to the, for the senior position, for the junior, because, I don't have any experience. And it was like, I don't receive any replies from the, companies that I got even rejection because I felt like I'm just doing like I'm clicking on it. That's it. Like no further, let's say, communication or contact with the companies. So yeah, it was really boring and I would
Frustrated.
say frustrating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, yeah, obviously, I mean, you don't have any like the mechanism that you can follow. I mean, a lot of people actually they like as you said, I mean, like one CV actually they apply like whatever they want. Actually, it doesn't matter the job position, like no tailoring, no nothing. Yeah, like after joining the to capital curricula, what are the changes you faced and like the what made you actually to get the job?
Well, first of all, I would say that um, without your calls, yeah, I wouldn't join school. By the way, because
I pushed you so hard. I mean, I remember like 3 4 times I gave you a call and like I was so persistent because I saw like some potential on you. I mean, like I smell people actually, and then yeah, I mean that's the guy, and I need to basically need to like help him to get the job, but he doesn't know what he's doing actually.
I really appreciate your actions towards my side. Yeah, if you wouldn't maybe advise me or let's say having such long explanations, maybe I wouldn't even begin this process to the applying for the companies. And and also at that time, like I was thinking that I know everything, but no, I actually didn't know everything about the CV, neither the companies. Like, and yeah, after I joined the CCC school, uh, your instructions, your feedbacks, your advices on how to uh, tailor your CV, or let's say what can you change or update in your LinkedIn profile to be more visible to outdoor others, or let's say how to make it attractive.
Yeah,
Because yeah, because if you don't have anything, even just one skill or something visible or attractive to the HR or manager, they wouldn't invite you. So yeah,
yeah.
and I would say that I got a lot of insights from you, and yeah, began applying to the companies, and at the same time keeping tracking on that. And yeah, I would say yeah, the process was like that.
Like, what would you recommend people who are like still struggling and they're been actually trying to land a job and maybe like meanwhile they're studying, meanwhile maybe they're working in as like in labor jobs in part-time as a part-time worker and like they're aspiring to step into corporate world. Like, what would you recommend to people like like this type of people?
Well, they're also like me. I'm also like them. Let's say because I also began my career. Let's say not the corporate career, but yeah, I used to work in a pizzerias in a various like in Italian and American. And, you know, I would say that when you are studying and having such physical job, like for 5 6 days in a week, it's very difficult. And, you are unmotivated and you don't have any, let's say, hope for this life, for the future. It's in a very, let's say, I would say, yeah, it might happen, but, it's okay. It might happen because everyone has its own way. You don't know what's gonna be tomorrow because all your small actions might give you a big result in the next years, in the following maybe decades. I would say. So don't never give up. So I would say this is the simple phrase. Like
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, for example, like I remember when I came here, like the same, like I started working, like I was pizza maker, right, in pizza. I worked there, I don't know, like for 8 months, something like that. And like the same shit. Actually, I was depressed. I mean, I didn't know what to do. Like the university is going okay. Was that time was going well. I mean, I mean, yeah, I mean, like the cultural shock, the first time here, right? Like far away from home, and like you never know like what's the life is holding you like in the future, right? And yeah, and it took me actually like more than 2 years to step into corporate world. Like it was so like hard process for me because there was no one actually like who could guide me through the application process, maybe like the interview, like all the process. I mean,
Yep.
yeah, like what are the significant changes like that happened in your like personal life after you get the job offer, like they started working in corporate world company?
Well, I would say that, of course, it gives you some comfort compared to the physical job. But this is not the only thing I've gained after my joining to the corporate job. I would say uh, the first thing I've learned is the communication skills. They're the most important, I would say, rather than, I mean, skills also important. They're not negotiable, actually. You need to have some appropriate skills according to the job position. But yeah, the communication, I would say, how we can interact with each other, with the others, or let's say how you can learn things very fast. For example, they're also important. I mean, I've learned this kind of things like how because I was, to be honest, I was the one intern when I came here, and I didn't have any colleague or partner with whom I could discuss any issue or any new topic, like how did you understand, like how we can do it. Yeah, and I was doing by myself and with my manager sometimes, because also you don't should you don't have to rely on your manager, actually, because he has also plenty of jobs in the in his schedule, and that's why the first thing you need to do it very fast, uh, like which I've learned, like, yeah, and I would say, uh, as I mentioned before, your communication skills, and that's it. Like, and those skills, like, which they provide you, they have, each company has its platform where you can learn any, let's say, I would say, programs or tools, um, which you can use in your daily, let's say, jobs. Or
Yeah, so like it's like these are the learnings actually that you learn from like working in corporate companies, like in corporate space. And how about like the personal life? Like, what are the changes that happened actually?
well, it gave me some more space, I would say, some more access. But say I when I was working in a, as I mentioned, pizzeria or grocery store, I didn't have a time to go to gym, to allocate some time to my, self improvement. Because yeah, I had very very short time, because after that, after you worked in that pizzeria or somewhere else, it takes you some energy, and you have to rest. And after joining corporate job, you know, there I had some more space. So,
Yeah.
you know, now I'm like I can allocate some time, like, to improve my, let's say, public speaking, or learn some new things, new courses. It's much more, let's say, the world is like, in a whole picture I can see like now.
Yeah, yeah. For example, yeah, the same thing. For example, like when I was working in Pizza Hut, to be honest with you, I couldn't actually think or I couldn't plan more than one month, like 2 months, because like the same thing, I needed to pay my rent. I mean, like basic expenses, like nothing else. To be honest with you, study, and that's it. Like forget about the gym, forget about the next like the move that you wanted to actually take. But after the like the as you said, like the corporate space gives you the comfort, so you will be able to think through, let's say, like in the next, I don't know, like the next move. And like yeah, like obviously like the gym and like acquiring more skills, obviously you will have more time after the job. Like at least like you're not gonna drain actually physically, like tired. So you can actually basically like focus for the next 2 hours after the shift. It might be for your study or it might be for your like acquiring new skills so that you can actually leverage in the next move that you're gonna take. Lovely. Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I mean, like again, thank you so much for hopping on a call. And yeah, it was very quick experience with you working like 20 days. You couldn't actually like get in touch like as much as I basically like sometimes I talk with people like with my client. We become like a kind of friend, like every day talking. But it was quick experience with you, and like that's why like we couldn't actually meet even. Anyways, yeah. Thank you so much again. Final thoughts.
Well, I wanted to also mention that, after I landed the corporate job in Schneider Electric, I was still applying to jobs, because just for the experience, just to know how does it work, like, because fully like, and I got like, from like invitation to the interview for Citibank, for AstraZeneca, like which one, JLL, or let's say and other companies. Like, I mean, literally, it's possible actually. Let's say students in your school will like follow your instructions. They actually work really good. And from my experience, I can say that yeah, never give up. So everything might happen because I can say some, let's say, if you're applying to the company and you might say that you are ideal candidate for this position, like according to the job description. But sometimes there might be like the situations where gender equality, like let's say requirements, because in the company there should be like they are trying to balance the number of workers, like man of the woman and the woman. And and if you are, let's say, a man and you are applying to the job that you are really fitting, and and they don't like reply to you or something else, anyway, don't give up, like and also like there might be times like when the company, for example, needs in an urgent case a worker, or let's say, yeah, in such cases they might, like, if your CV is fitting to the job description, then they might immediately call you to the interview. And like sometimes it's luck, sometimes it's like the experience that you have is fitting to the job position they are calling you. So yeah, no, well, it works, but yeah, keep going, keep tracking. So I don't know, like five applications in a day. It's normal actually. Like,
Yeah, it's like consistency beats how much like how hard you work at one time, like in one day. And like there are gazillions factors, you never know like which one is actually helping you to get the job offer. As you said, like the gender equality, I mean, yeah, just because you're female you get hired. Like I've seen that cases. Like no offense for like the female, like the audience, but you get the point. Yeah, yeah, man.
so yeah, there might be some such cases. So keep going.
Sure. Yeah, yeah, like once again, like thank you so much, Islam, for taking the time and hopping on a call. And it was good experience working with you.
And thank you too very much, Azizbek. So I really appreciate your time and effort. Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. That's it.